Let me go to Michael, who's been waiting a while out of California. There is a line open. Michael, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning. How are you today, sir?
All is well, Michael. How are you?
Hey, all is well. It's just I was talking with Sean for a moment earlier and saying how I don't know. I guess I was struggling with a friend. I was helping a friend out at my job, and this friend of mine, he was when I first met him, I felt like he was in a far more fallen state than before, and then I realized that it was kind of like my ego was like trying to help him, for my own gain. And then eventually, things have kind of spilled out, and now it's like we don't really have a good relationship as much as I wanted, because I just kind of was letting my ego get involved maybe too much, and you try to do other people favors, and you do other people favors, and then it's like eventually maybe I expected a favor in return, and then when I thought I was going to get the favor in return, but then he was being a little particular, saying like, oh, you only have a little short break from my job. You go take your break that I'm giving you the favor of. And then he was also like right away messaging me and texting me, said like, oh, I thought you were going to have a quick break. And then it went to I got a little angry, and so did he, because he was being, basically like a beta. So that instead of taking and treating him with perfect love, I started acting like my mother and lowering myself to his level. And then it's like, now he's just probably not going to be my friend anymore. And I just feel disappointed, because I really wanted to be like a good example for him. And now it's just like I just pushed him away in a strange way because of my ego. And it just, when you explain about the ego and acting like the mother, it fits, and I don't know. I just wanted to share that.
All human beings, all, I don't care who they are, where they live, all around the world, no matter how much money, what position in life, quote unquote, they have. All human beings who have not overcome the ego is about self and no one else.
Right.
And they'll pretend, they'll even lie to themselves and say it's about someone else, but it's always about them. And I've mentioned over and over again, there are a lot of women who are fighting to, they say that they're fighting to keep the LGBTQ thing out of the schools, or they don't want their children to be taught about it, and they don't want the body parts to be cut off. They don't want men to play in women's sport. They're all lying. It's about them, because if it was about their children, they would not send their children to the schools and use the schools as a daycare center. It's about keeping the school as a daycare center, and they can care less about the children. They don't care that the children's body parts will be cut off. They don't care that the LGBT stuff will be taught to the children. They don't care that the schools will turn the children away from the parents. It's never about that. It's always about themselves. They want to pretend they're equal to men. They want to go to work. They want to act like they want to feed their egos, but they lie. They get in the news. They get everywhere, and they pretend that a mother's love works, and it doesn't.
Right. Well put. It's because my friend in question, he was actually in a rough spot. He was living out of his car when he confided in me, and I was like, oh, have a good day at home later. Go get some rest. He's like, hey, by the way, I don't have a home. I live in my car. And then I just I felt for him so much, and I just started going out of my way, like more and more. Like I'd bring him like a meal every day, bring him water, and I started acting like his mama in a strange way almost.
Right away, when you heard he lived in a car, that mama spirit woke up and like, let me save my baby.
Dude, you're so true, and it's just like it's scary, because it's like I understand now that it's like I was doing maybe a little too much, even though I felt like I was being appropriate with his situation, and it's just like
all for the thrill of it.
Exactly. I was going for that thrill of, trying to be the good helper and the savior and thinking that I could, help him so much. But in reality, it's like I've just made myself look foolish and maybe just, upset someone unnecessarily. And it's just like, I'm going to just be instead of going for the thrill. And but I went to that place and went scorched earth and kind of gave him what he was giving me back. And then, it's just like, for what? It's like nothing.
Yeah. Have you gone and forgiven your mother?
What's interesting is I actually spoke with you last Friday, and I spoke about how both my parents already passed, and I wanted to forgive some of my extended family. Maybe, I know I never asked the Black man to remember, but...
I do remember that. What the...
But yeah, a good thing is actually I've made some progress with that. I spoke with my uncle, and we're going to hopefully have a sit-down chat in the near future. And then I also messaged my deceased mother's old boyfriend, and we were going to have a meeting tentatively today, but then he had to cancel. But then hopefully in the near future I'll be able to have the conversation with him as well.
Yeah. Are you doing the silent prayer every morning, every night?
I'm doing it more than I was last week, but I'm not doing it every morning and every night. I'm letting myself down. I know, you're true. It's true. I need to do it more, and I want to do it more all the time. And I tell other people about it, and I promote your show to a lot of other people when I meet at my job. I meet a lot of people there, but I just want to do the less is more approach, and just really enjoy having you be in my life and your whole network and all of the people that work under you. Just you guys give me a lot of happiness and understanding, and just want to say thank you guys, and I love you guys. And
but Mike, I do want to tell you that the fact that you went through that experience with this person at work, you saw that you had been a mama to him. You've seen that you're trying to, on one hand, you pretend you're trying to build a friendship, but it was all about you. The fact that you can see that is changing. And there's nothing else you need to do about that. Just watch it and let it pass, and you're not in denial about it. And the light of God is allowing you to see the darkness of the imagination and the feelings, all thoughts, all lies, and it is being dealt with in the light. And there's nothing you need to do about that.
Right. Yeah. Because I do recognize that he has the mother spirit like very badly, and he talks about going and seeing his mother so often, and he's got some kids out of wedlock, and he's really younger than me, and I thought of him as like a younger brother, and it's like I almost feel like I've ruined it now, when I felt like there could have been a lot more potential if I would have made a different approach. But I'm not going to judge myself about it too much.
No, not at all, because you're not responsible for his reaction. You're responsible for yours, in that you need to see what's going on with you. That happened so that you can understand about what's going on with you, and through understanding it, you're being set free from it. You're not responsible for the way he reacts to it or don't react to it. It's on him. He's a grown person now, an adult. It's on him.
Right. I agree. And last little thing, because I know you have other people that want to talk with you, is we've actually all had like another, bumping of the heads or, moment in the past. And then I felt like we recovered and it grew us stronger in a strange way. But maybe not. Maybe, that's the thoughts talking. But I would hope that this opportunity that we had to bump heads again could make things better for both of us, because sometimes iron sharpens iron. Maybe you've heard that, but you're making a mistake in hoping that for him. You wish him well, of course, but this is for you to overcome. It's about your world and cleaning up your world so you can be in the world and not of it. And even the idea that you're hoping that iron clean iron, whatever that means, right? It's another false identity. It's a false idea. You need to see what was going on with you as you were doing, but don't let the devil say, well, what about him? Hope for him. He might not really want it right now. He might not want to change. And you will make a mistake by
hoping that because you can't convince an angry person that they are wrong. The more
Right.
you
I
try
shouldn't have any. Yeah, I shouldn't have any expectations or want for anything.
for anything, anyone, or anything, not even yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
You should just
Yeah, just
simply live
amazing.
your life without any hope or any expectation or any ideas or anything that you think you want, because all those things are just more false identities that people who are divided, they live by those things, and it only brings misery. It does not bring peace.
And I believe that perfect peace is achievable, and I do appreciate the reminder about doing the silent prayer. I should do that, and I just want to let you guys know that you're all blessed, and thank you for helping me out.
You're welcome, man. And just stay with it. Stay with it. And this situation that you have just gone through with this person at work or whatever, it was
Right.
for you to understand. It wasn't for him.
Okay, I appreciate you. Makes sense.
All right, buddy.
Thank you.
Let me know how it goes.
Will do. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.